What up, YouTube? One small step for quarters and one giant leap for game rooms. It's your boys, Detroit Love, P-Dubs Arcade Loft, Michael B. the Game Genie, and Nostalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes Friday night just got live.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Friday Funhouse. It's the Super Game Room Dudes. You're joined by your regular hosts. It's me, Michael B. And of course, with me is my buddy Carl, Detroit Love. Detroit Love, how the heck are you tonight?
Man, you know I'm doing fantastic. That's the only way I do it.
That's right, man. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight we spared no expense. Just because P-Dubs and Nostalgia can't be here live doesn't mean we can't pack the house with some other awesome dudes. We spared no expense and brought in the one, the only, pretty much the most popular YouTube creator in the home arcade space. Ladies and gentlemen, James Hates Everything.
You lie.
And we had a couple shekels left over, and we got Phil, PD7. Oh my God, Phil, you never do live streams. This is awesome,
never.
man.
I forgot how to do it. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Well, I've always enjoyed streaming with you. You've come on, chill and chat a couple times with me, and always a fun conversation, Phil. I laugh because we got people in the community like Jamie Logan who always rates me afterwards, and he's like, I think you broke Phil's heart talking about home arcade being dead. I don't know what to tell him. Well, one of the things I like about PD7 is in the home arcade space, it's always really weird because like we're not just people that are interested in home arcade. We're interested in everything: Nintendo, Sony, PlayStation. And a lot of times like we'll talk about like other systems or other games or other things going on, and people are like, I don't give a shit. Phil goes, gets coffee, walks around the store and talks about it, and everybody's like, give me more, Phil, give me more. That is incredible the way you've been able to transition not just from a home arcade, and it's not really a transition, it's just what you do anyways, but people still eat it up, man. You're going out looking at Target deals. I watched one time, you were like, yeah, I'm thinking about buying a new crock pot, or it was something along the lines of that, and I'm like, this is entertainment, people.
If I could talk Arcade One Up every day, I would. There's just,
I know.
I mean, I love it. I mean,
yeah.
I think we all do.
Well, that's why we all started doing this stuff. That's why we all watch everybody else's shows, hang out, talk about this shit, whether it's on Discord, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is, right?
That's right.
Yeah, the beautiful thing is that nothing's ever old, right? Because it's all retro, right? So everything's up for discussion, and that's the beautiful thing.
Well, that's right. And James Hates Everything. You made a return last night. You've been off for a little while. I heard 4 of your 5 wives were down with influenza, so you couldn't make it.
Well, it's actually the second week in a row, so I've been back a couple weeks, thankfully. But yeah, it was good to be back. Nice little break over the holidays, and looking forward to hopefully somebody doing something this year because it's been stagnant for a while.
Well, I'm sure. Like, do you have any pre-orders in now, or you canceled your iconic
all
pre-order?
My
right?
Pre-orders at this point. Yeah.
Wow, even New Wave toys, everything.
Everything. They're all canceled.
Wow. This is the other reason people say Phil doesn't stream, because I actually think, Phil, you wake up like 4 o'clock in the morning, work out, and then go film your stuff, don't you?
It's a little earlier than that, but Mike B is up before me. Now, we're trying to figure out the time difference here. Every time I go on Messenger, I see Mike's online. I'm like, dude, what time is it in Canada right now?
Well, you assume I sleep like a normal person.
I work early. I mean, if I don't work out in the mornings, I won't work out, because at night it's all about doing the videos, and then you edit the editing process, which could take twice as long.
Oh, I should try that editing. I just get in front of the camera and yammer. So we got a lot of wonderful people here in the chat. I want to take some time. I think we forgot to do it. Maybe last week, I think we forgot to do it. So I'm going to try to make it not too long. Won't be reading any messages, just saying hello to people, try to catch whatever I can. First up I saw was JJ, Thumper Squid's in the house, John Fritz, Skids 436. What a name, man. Skids. That's kind of name you don't want to have in high school, right? There goes old Skids.
Skids is the man. He's the best.
Yeah, I don't know if it references Skids and some other mean, but like I think Skids and I think underwear.
Everyone don't have dirty underwear, Michael.
Maybe it's just me. Dan Z, Dan in St. Louis. Good to see you, my man. Always a pleasure. Nova Sonics here. Michael M. Jason Little Alien. Best moderator in the business. Our good friend Steve Sale. Steve was so excited you were coming on. Talked about it in Walkabout Mini Golf the other night, Phil. He was the one who put your name up on the poll. He was beside himself, so excited you were going to join us tonight. So thank you,
Steve.
Much. We've got Brooklyn Menace, who was with us a couple weeks ago. Good to see you, Brooklyn, and now known as the Gaming Menace. I won't make any more jokes about that name, I promise. Sathius, hello, everybody. Hello to you too, Sathius. Who else we got? The Real Zim. Real Zim is like your buddy. Whenever you do your online streams,
yes,
he's the first person in there.
Can I say one thing really quick? Zim, I'm sorry about the last stream. My monitor went out on me. I could not go back. We were playing King of Dragons. Sorry.
Yeah, King of Dragons is awesome. Zim's a lot like you too. Zim's he's a lifter, right? Like he wrote us about Walkabout.
Zim's jacked.
Oh yeah,
he's got a full gym in his house.
Yeah. I don't have a full gym in my house. I got a couple pieces of equipment. I was talking to him about it earlier, and Zim was like, yeah, man, if you want to plan or something, I'll help you out. So cool. I love seeing people pay it forward and help other people out in the community. So thank you very much for suggesting that, Zim. Might take you up on it yet. Mike Hawk Hurts here. P-Dubs will explain what happened on his first show back. He is doing better. I don't know why you think P-Dubs is coming back. P-Dubs is gone, man. P-Dubs got T-boned. He collected the insurance check from it. He is now living the life, man. He is on a cruise. He's got enough to retire. Don't expect to see P-Dubs here anymore. He's rolling in the cash. Right, James?
Yeah, that's what I hear. He's got the millions to buy the arcades.
I heard he's not coming back until I get this patch off my eye.
Yeah, Carl, don't bring that up, man. You don't need to bring attention to that. Like, you definitely never mentioned to a co-host not to mention it. Josh Dindy's here. Good to see you, my man. Fat Hog. I miss when the old names were up. So it used to be Fat Hog 13. Now it's just Fat Hog. We've also got Adam Kalb in the chat. Ryan Stroud. Who else we got here? Jay Pace is here. He's very excited to see you as well. Jay Pace, the #1 iconic arcade fan. Who else do we got?
Definitely.
Shardio. A lot of names possibly related to fecal matter so far in the scat. Yeah, underwear and fecal matter. Burger Bob's here as well. Ant Fanatic. DJ Beat Reviews. Who else do we got? Elio37, Andy Anonymous, Billy Woods Mods. Sir Sega's in the house. Quentin Benasenches. I'm sorry, Quentin. You've been here a bunch of times, and I'm always going to slaughter it. I'm so sorry. Brian G's here. Neo's Arcade News is here. I can finally start watching again. I honestly, our viewership has skyrocketed since Nostalgia left. I don't know what it is. JR is here. Israel Gaming. He says, let's get super yacht. I saw him on when was it? Nostalgia Strikes Back there a couple days ago, and he was explaining the yacht thing. I still can't get my mind around it, but yacht. I don't know if I said that right or not. Vic Vicious is here. Who else do we got in the chat? The DeLeon Hobby Garage. How's it going, man? ruined that as well. Ryan Stroud, I know he put on a fresh pot of coffee because PD7 was coming on. Show Gecko's here. MSU Rich, Gin Rummy. Man, this is crazy. Phil, you're bringing in all the people. Retro Cac is here. I don't want to miss anybody. I'm trying my best here, guys. If I miss anybody or I missay your name, I'm very sorry. Jim, the Pacers fan. B. Kirby, the Chicago arcade guy. Chris Ford is here. Johnny Blaze. And Goofy Foot. I'm not familiar with this gentleman. Do you know him, James?
Never heard of the guy.
I don't know who he is. A new viewer, Goofy Foot. Good to see you. Probably, here for Data East Jurassic Park news, I bet. Fretburner 89 is here. Zero Cool. And I think we got just about everybody now. I said Burger Bob. Are we ready to rock and roll?
Yeah. Did everyone's accounts get hacked and they had to open up a new one and put numbers after the end of it? What's going on?
I don't know what happened. The YouTube did something with the live and the top fan thing, and I think it erased like all the names. So you got to go by your ad now. Bobby 1ALU, Retro Ron RL. Who else do we got? John Jay says he watches you every morning before he goes to work. Look at that, man. That's
Thank
cool. I think I said hello to Saiyan Spirits, MG, 3 of my favorite YouTubers, and James, I guess. Retro Lab Rats here. Galaga Guy. So nice to see you, Galaga Guy. We got to get you on Super Game Room Dudes again soon. Who else do we got here? Burnt Orange Arcade. We're going to be talking about you at some point tonight, Burnt Orange. JT Brunick. Good to see you, my man. Jeremy K. Dark Realm Gaming. My God, there's so many people. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here tonight. 19K Fox in the house. Good to see you, my man. And guys, if I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but at some point I have to start the show. Console Kits is here. Good to see you, Justin. And yeah. Oh my God, here we go. $4.99 super chat right out of the gate from Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger. Oh my God, PD7, can you say Guy Gardner for Danny, please? He loves it. Nope, you won't be saying anything. We're not talking about that individual. Ezekiel, thanks for the super chat, but I think you were thinking about a different show. Well, you can say it. I don't care.
Guy Gardner.
All right. Vic Vicious says, let me know when you're taking pinball so I can take an extended piss break. I will try my best. All right, guys. So, even though it's been a pretty slow period for home arcade, we do got a couple things to talk about tonight, mainly thanks to some interviews from some other shows out there, a couple companies doing some stuff. How about we start this week with a company I want to talk about? Phil, you're going to want to talk about them. James, I don't know. You come and go on them. And Detroit Love, you've given up on trying to fix your machine, so there's no point asking you about it, but I'll ask you anyways. Let's talk a little bit of AtGames, and did AtGames perform the ultimate updates? So guys, AtGames have released a new pinball game, the first of 2026 this week. I don't know if you guys had a chance to play it yet, but here it is. Oh, got to put it back on the screen. Clown Deluxe. And if you look at this picture right here, look at this wonderful little picture. It's so cute. It's so fun. AtGames have recently been getting their, handpicked YouTubers to make videos talking about helping kids play pinball and stuff like that. So you think a nice, fun little image like that would, really take off and help the kiddos. Then you take a look at this clown in the back glass there, and on the other image they've got for it, and it's nightmare fuel. Like, clowns are scary, man. I don't know if they were thinking this through, because they kind of get you in there with a little bit of fun, a little bit of, easy watching, kiddie type stuff. And then they come at you with the scary clowns. It's something else. Anyways, let me put the video up. I don't know if it's going to share the audio or not. Sometimes it doesn't do that, but can you guys hear that?
No.
Nothing.
Nope.
There it is. Look at that clown. It's on.
The music gets better when the game starts, but before you start playing, it's a creepy sound.
That laugh at the end too. That's nightmare fuel.
You're not a fan of it?
Oh, I love it. I'm a huge Stephen King fan. And actually, one of my favorite wrestling gimmicks of all time was Evil Doink the Clown. I thought the evil clown in WWF was amazing. Like, I hated him when they turned him into a good guy. But the original Matt Bourne Evil Doink, awesome stuff. So either you guys had a chance to play Clown Deluxe yet? Check it out for yourself.
I played a few yesterday. The last video I did, I ended the video with a little Clown Deluxe.
Yeah.
It was tough.
Yeah, I saw someone's video feed popped up. I don't recall who it was, and they were playing it and looked interesting. They were enjoying it.
I like the table layout a lot. I mean, that's one of the things I don't like about Zachariah sometimes. Sometimes it's just way too busy. There's too many play fields, very hard to tell, way too many flippers. This is simple. There's one upper play field. There's a couple really good shots, a couple good ramps. Zachariah does a lot right now with AI for their design. I like the big clown up in the top corner. So I think there's a lot of good things about this. It's really red though. Like it's not like the most colorful, aesthetically pleasing table. That's what I would say. That's the only downside I have of it so far. I haven't had a chance to play it myself. James, did you pick it up?
No, I haven't turned on my AtGames in 4 or 5 months at this point.
I'm gonna turn mine on tonight. Let me hit since
It's not going to work.
They decided they don't want me as a customer, right? When they took the online ordering down and say you can only buy tables through the machine, I'm not putting my credit card in there, so they don't want me to buy from them. So I won't.
Well, it's not that they don't want you to buy from them. I think it's a monetary reason, because if I understand correctly, I think they have to pay a surcharge for tables sold
they
on the
don't
site.
want me to buy from them because they could pay the surcharge or they could charge me the surcharge, but they don't decided neither. They'd rather force you onto the machine, and
on the
it's just inconvenient. So
like we're penalized on the 4K for having to buy it that way. If we were if we had the micro or the HD, we could go online and buy it. I don't mind buying it on the. It's one less thing I have to do. Like it's right there. It downloads. That's where I'm playing it. It's so different than the Switch. Like if I buy something on the Switch, it's downloaded right there.
The difference is I trust Nintendo on internet info security, and being in the industry, I don't trust AtGames to protect my stuff. So
what's funny about that is if you look at going back to the days of, I don't know, did either of you guys own an iArcade? Carl, you still got one. I still got one.
Have one. Yep.
Phil, you have one?
I have the Space Invaders.
Nice. And you don't have one anymore, do you?
No, I never picked one up.
But that was one of the problems in reverse with the iArcade. People were always like, I would like to see, the ability to buy games from the machine. And here AtGames are like, you can only buy games from the machine. You're like, no. I don't want that comfort. No, thanks. I'll just buy them through your very complex website and then put a code in. That's better for me. I understand why about not putting the credit card in, and especially with all the hacks recently with like PlayStation and shit like
but
that.
It wasn't difficult. Like they would send out the email where the new table was out. I clicked on it, just clicked order. It was like 2 clicks. And then I just go to my locker and say add game or check locker, and it would be installed. I didn't have to do anything. It was like 2 clicks. It's more clicks to jump through the menu trying to find the right table to click on it, go to it.
That's annoying. I'll agree. It's like what do you go left or right? Like I get a pinball pack code. I don't know which direction to go to find that thing. Like I'm looking for the blue check mark.
Yeah.
And
they made the online process on the 4K piece super easy. It was pretty seamless.
Well, like it has got more complicated. You haven't turned it on in a while, but now they've switched to individual games. So like when you're going through like to download your game, there's a million different things you got to click through until you finally find the one you got to download, right? But I guess it's a little bit different when you buy it. I'm not 100% sure how that works.
So I can buy one on the table now, huh?
That's the only way you can get it on.
He doesn't have a 4K. New. He has an HD.
HD, yeah.
Yeah, HD is still the old way, I think, but
you can still get on the site because we get the emails from AtGames and we'll direct you if you have an HD.
Looks like my control panel's gone out. Now I don't have a plunger or control panel. Now it's
Do you have to sign in? Is it making you sign in?
Well, it has the sign in option there, but my joystick is not working. My plunger stopped working a long time ago. Now my joystick's not working, so you can't navigate to anything.
Do you have the arcade control panel?
That's what I have. Yes, that's what I'm trying
Yeah,
to navigate
there
with.
was a bunch of problems with those, known issues on the 4KP. I went through 2 arcade control panels and I just took it off. I'm just done with it. I'm never going to put one on again.
Wow, nothing's working. That's weird. Okay. All right,
we're really selling the AtGames right now, everybody.
That's why I keep it off, you know. So
to be fair, it's a great machine. Like I don't want to talk down on it. It's pretty awesome. It's just
well, I mean, to be fair, is to have a arcade in the house, you have to have a sign that has out of order on it, so it fits in.
Yeah,
wouldn't be an arcade without a sign.
So I'm gonna throw a little love out for some other content creators here. Meatball Saucy's in the chat. Good to see you, Meatball. Always a pleasure, my man. Anyways, I want to throw some love out to Chaotic BPR and 6 half a dozen. Yo Retro came back last night. They did a show on the new Clown Deluxe. If you want a more detailed review of it, go check it out. I just scrolled through and I came to this picture and I'm fascinated by this. I don't know how Brian keeps taking these pictures where it looks like he's making love to his pinball machine doggy style. I don't know how he keeps doing it. Well, it's the first thing I thought of when I saw his thumbnail. I was like, "Is this the second time?"
Well, if you're going to say that, get it right. That is definitely missionary. So
he's making his O face.
Yeah, but the guys covered. Oh my God, I got to go through all this until they actually talk about the game. Was it the game earlier or after this? Because I know they covered a bunch of stuff. Here we go.
The end, I think.
Yeah, so they covered Clown Deluxe, and I mean, like, it's red. I don't necessarily love the color scheme. The color scheme is really, really old school.
What's wrong with red?
It's a bit too red, Carl. Like, the colors don't really mesh well together. This is what you would see in like a more of a 60s, 70s pinball machine. So I would like to see the artwork could have been a little bit different, but
Clown
in terms
is red is a pretty prominent color for clowns.
Yeah, circus, big top. I get that and stuff like that. It's the amount of red, Carl. I'm sorry. Let me
look,
say it.
You talk to a guy who's got all red on the day, so you're not going to get any sympathy from me.
You get red pants on as well, red shoes, and everything,
and panties. Yeah, red's my favorite color, so I'm not gonna complain about red.
But I like the ramp up the clown's nose. I like the layout of the table. I'm excited to check this one out. I'm probably going to stream it tomorrow night. I'll finally get a chance to play it. If you guys have played Clown Deluxe, let me know in the chat what you think of it. I actually think Zachariah has really stepped up their games with a lot of these deluxe tables. Like a lot of the most recent deluxe releases have been fun games. I've really enjoyed playing them. Like they're quirky sometimes at first, especially if they've got weird lower play fields or something like that. But, Magic Pixel, AtGames, they're not so much with the Zachariah Deluxe stuff, but, this partnership they have, they're making their own pinball games you can't play anywhere else. That's a positive, guys. That's not a negative by any means, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Phil, you're the only one who really put any time into this. What did you think? Would you recommend Clown Deluxe?
Well, I did a pretty lousy job kind of covering it because I kind of just threw it in. Like I was doing 2 videos. I was prepping for today, so I TMI. But I didn't really pay attention to the price. It looks like it's $6.99 for the HD, so I'm guessing it's $8 for the 4K. So is it that's always the thing. Is it worth spending $8 to get this? If you like clowns, sure. If you're afraid to death of them, I wouldn't recommend it.
I don't get that. Is it worth it thing? I am. If I have a cabinet and I can put games on it relatively easy, because everything's not about me. When people come over, they want to be able to play some games, and I'd rather have games than not have games available for people.
But it turns into the Netflix thing, Detroit. Like, how many are they going to find it? How many games are on your pinball? Are they going to find Clown Deluxe? Why would you choose this one?
Yeah, I typically just start a pinball and put it on it, or I start all the games up and just put on something. Yeah, because most things I'll narrow the list down because you're right. looking for a game, you'll sit there the whole time trying to find the game. Oh, look at that one. Oh, look at that one. So, but yeah, I usually just put it on a new one that they hadn't seen and let it play.
My favorite thing about AtGames, the way all their pinball games are listed, is I know what I want to play, and it's very simple. So everything is listed under Williams. I just go to W, and there everything is. But unfortunately, the last 3 games from Williams they put out, they didn't list under the W category, so they're all over the place. So if you're looking for, what was it? Like, geez, I can't remember the last 3 Williams games they put out, the pack they put out. But anyways, I think it's
the Monsters. Was it the Monsters?
No. Monsters are good, but it's like what is it? I can't remember now off the top of my head.
Like
Whirlwind, that pack.
Okay.
So they're not, and Bride of Pinbot, they're not where they should be. They're not under Williams. They're kind of everywhere.
I solved that problem by just not ever buying anything other than the Williams tables on mine. So
Well, that's a way to do it too. Yeah. But like I'm a sucker for this stuff. Like once Elvira came out, like my table playing is very limited, right?
Well, that was a great. Those were 2 great tables. I mean, that was huge.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
Big win. Yeah. Like there was, I don't know how many times I've gone into Zim Pinball streams right around October, and I'm like, come on, guys, it's October. Like you're doing yourself a disservice not by releasing Elvira. And finally we got it. So I don't know what to complain about now. I don't know what to do.
Well,
Gotta complain about something.
We want some other. Give us some Marvel titles, because if I sell this pinball, like how am I going to play Spider-Man?
Well, you might not want to sell that pinball. Maybe we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. But let me take this down off the screen. No, actually, maybe we're going to take it off the screen.
Just a small little murder going on.
Yeah, like I don't know. I recently heard on the Blockade podcast, which concerned me a little bit. Mel Kirk was on there, and he was talking to the guys about the AtGames partnership, and especially with the new Turtles pinball machine they had, the HD, the new HD one. And he indicated that he was like, yeah, AtGames want to put our games on there. We'll see. I mean, I love Zen Studios, but like, I mean, I don't know if that's the kind of message like Zen or AtGames really want out there in public. Like, why would you want to create that kind of controversy or something like that? Maybe it's a negotiating tactic to try to, eke some more money out of AtGames, but that didn't make me feel very comfortable about that partnership at all.
Oh yeah, I saw that same video. His body language like spoke volumes. Like he was not thrilled when discussing their products and the partnership. So
well, there's no other players in the dance. Like where else are you gonna put them?
But at least they're putting something out.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, who else is putting out what AtGames has been putting? It's something I'll say all the time. Whether we like this certain game or not, they're putting it out.
Yeah, and it's not just putting it out, because there's other platforms you can play it on, but not many platforms that's in pinball form that you can walk up to and play, and that's the big part of the experience.
I mean, you have to read through the lines that they're probably not happy with the sales, right? Otherwise, they would be all kinds of eager to invest more and do more. It has to be a sales issue. They're just
and it can't always be about sales, right? I mean, you're going to certain platforms is going to be about sales. If you're on the Switch, right, you're just going to have people buying it no matter what. But some things have to be a passion project if you really love what you're doing. If you don't love what you're doing, if it's just all about the money, that's a different thing. But to have people out there building cabinets and you can play pinball, if you don't appreciate that as a developer of a pinball table, then I think you're in the wrong market. I mean, you would wish that everybody was making that, and for it to exist makes it possible that somebody else may be inspired to do it. But for you to be on any live or recorded thing with body language, if that's the case, James, making those type of statements doesn't put it out there that we should have this in this realm, and I think that's sad.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, if you're making video pinball, what ultimate format were you dreaming of seeing it in? Is in an actual machine. So totally agree.
Yeah. So anyways, I mean, I don't know what's going on there, but as a fan, mainly, I'm hoping that partnership continues. I love playing the Zen Studios games on the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K, especially the Williams titles. I do have the pleasure of having, MetaQuest 3 and also the Haptic kit with the XRK 2 TV XR back there, but I like options. So I hope the partnership continues. And like Phil said earlier, yeah, I hope, we all got very excited. I think it was Christmas Day. AtGames are weird with announcements. I think it was Christmas Day or the day after Christmas, they announced that big list of games that were coming out. And then it screwed up because of the Tomb Raider thing, but they announced Star Wars. And I'm telling you right now, most of the AtGames fans have been patiently waiting for those Star Wars games. Not necessarily my cup of tea. Some are pretty good, but, yeah, people want Star Wars. It's the theme more than anything else, right?
Do you think it will be comparable or the same that were on the arcade one-up?
Oh, yeah. It's the same Star Wars pinball pack that's on there, but they have the ability then to add, the extra Star Wars games we didn't get, right? That's the big thing.
Yeah, it is interesting that they haven't done any of them today, right? So...
Well, I'm sure it's money, right? A lot of it's money. Star Wars is not a cheap title. Same with
extra
Marvel,
licensing issues and all that stuff.
Stockjock, $5 super chat here. I just got here. Did I miss the panel's discussion on the Intellivision? Phil, back me up. It's a great console, right? Love you, Mike B. I don't know what's happening. We're in bizarro world. Arcades Anonymous did a dedicated show on the Intellivision Sprint the other night. I come back a week later, they hit their record high for viewers with 80. It's backwards world. When you discuss the Amiga, the Fairchild Channel F, and the Intellivision, that's supposed to kill your show. How did it make it stronger?
It's a good topic.
No, it's
good
not.
Memories.
From the Intellivision.
Again, if you're talking about retro, if you're talking about game changers, it is. But again, it's not something I would want to play today, but I still have the love for it. My little TV, it has a little Intellivision commercial on it that plays. You know what I mean? Again, I appreciate it. I may not play it. And as much crap as I give AtGames, I keep these cabinets in here because I want the home market, the home arcade market to exist, and I want people to be able to go to a Sam's Club and come across a table or come across a console or a cabinet and purchase it, because everybody should have this experience of having these games and these opportunities in your house on a cabinet that feels like you're in the arcade.
Yeah, and I apologize, Stock Jock, and everybody that loves the Intellivision, because if someone did a show on the TurboGrafx 16, I'd be there, eyes all welled up, super excited about it, and everybody else would be like, we don't give a shit about this thing. So I get it. Okay? I get it. Anyways, guys, that's enough about AtGames. Let's talk about something else. We're going to talk about some real pinball. Some big news came out this past week from a company called American Pinball. Now, I'm a huge pinball guy, even though we don't have any other pinballs to play here. I'm a huge guy on two specific games I have in my basement, Stern Godzilla and Stern Jurassic Park. But when I travel, I do like to play things, and American Pinball actually is a company. I like their games. They've got good flipper strength. I like the way the games are done. Big problem with American Pinball, of course, seems to be a money issue, and they haven't been very successful getting a lot of great licenses. They've done some originals like Barrio's Barbecue, which was a real stinker, but some huge news here this past week. They've done a little bit of a rebrand, and they've been bought by JB Vincent Financial Group or something like that.
Venture capital folks, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Is that what that is? Interesting.
Yeah, and I saw somewhere else, I don't know if it's a joke meme or something about Canada working there. I don't know what the deal is with that. But anyways, in my mind, this is a good thing. Hopefully this helps American Pinball. For you in the home arcade space, you might know American Pinball as well. They're helping distribute the Polycade arcade in America, I do believe. Like when I went and saw the Polycade at Pinball Expo last year, it was at the American Pinball booth. So maybe this is all good stuff, man, and hopefully they can get back on track. They make good games, sometimes weird back glasses. Like, have you ever seen Hot Wheels? Hot Wheels is a fun game. It's just got a really weird, DMD back there to the side and stuff like that in a weird shape. But I hope they get back on track, man.
Yeah, hopefully they're getting some money out the deal to allow them to be able to get some of those licenses that they haven't been able to get to. So hopefully that's the deal. I mean, like I said, it's not a whole lot of pinball makers out here, so the more the merrier for sure.
Well, we got a few more. It's weird though. Like I find the pinball fans are kind of fickle. Like they'll applaud like Turner Pinball, who've come out with 2 original themes in a row. I mean, then Barrels of Fun do these 2 great like deep cut themes. They did Dune, which was more of a modern movie one. They did Labyrinth, and then they did Winchester Mystery House, which is original theme, and people laud them for that. But yet American Pinball does some original themes, and I guess they're just not good original themes, so people shit on them. Barrio Barbecue had to be like a huge
barbecue theme is weird for a pinball table.
Well, it's like Arcade 1-Up executives, right? They were all sitting around. They were like, you know what would sell? A barbecue pinball. How many barbecue joints would buy this, right? It's stupid stuff. But anyways, good for American Pinball. Good to see them successful. I think everybody would agree, like, it's always a good thing when home arcade companies don't disappear, or pinball companies. We don't want that. Unless they're shysters like, what was that other company that was going to build the... they took all the pre-orders on the recreation of the machine. I can't remember now. It's not Dutch Pinball. Console Kits was here earlier. He knows who I'm talking about. But there was a huge controversy, and the guys at Flippin' Out Pinball got screwed on it. Screwed because I can't remember it by the name now, but they took all these pre-orders on this. No, not Circus Maximus. Jeez. I'll come back to it if I can, but there was one pinball company. They basically took a bunch of pre-orders. Haggis Pinball. Thank you, Console Kits. And what was the game? If you can remember, Haggis Pinball. They're the ones that screwed everybody over last year. I mean, stuff like that, screw them. They deserve it. So there you go.
Mike, before you move on and get your response from Console Kits, whatever happened to that homebrew pinball table we met with some guys a while back?
Road trip?
Yeah. Is that still in the works?
I haven't heard much more about it. I know that they did a big announcement on it that was covered by like the big pinball media a little while ago, but I haven't seen anything else afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to look them up.
Yeah, let me get back to you on that, Carl. I can't talk about it on the show because I don't know. I don't have the information after me, right? Anyways, in a little bit more fun news and a little bit different news for us, I want to talk a little bit of Lego. I know everybody's going to leave immediately when I start talking about this, but it's video game related, so everybody relax. Big news from Lego this past week. Lego now have a Legend
of Zelda
coming out.
That's their second set.
It's the second Legend of Zelda set?
Yeah, they did the Deku Tree last year.
Oh, nice. I would not remember the Deku Tree. The Deku Tree. Link, please enter me.
Yeah, it's the
Stranger
Master
Danger.
Sword, right? So
yeah, well, this one is so much cooler because this is actually the final battle from Ocarina of Time, and I think everybody remembers this moment.
Plus, it's the 40th anniversary of Legend of Zelda, so good timing.
Yeah. PD7, are we going to find you looking in Target for one of these?
I'll keep my eye out. Well, anything retro gaming, I will look for.
Yeah. Are you a Lego guy? Have you done many of the Lego things?
No,
like
the
NES set?
The last Lego I personally bought was the smaller Back to the Future DeLorean and the Ghostbusters. And then, of course, Mr. West found them, and that was it.
That's my poor parents. They were so excited because they know my son loves Legos. What they don't understand is my son doesn't love Lego sets. He loves like random Legos that he's going to build weird siren head type creatures and stuff from. So they were so excited because they got him this like Lego Bluey set that was a house. So he was super excited about it. My wife sat down for like 2 hours and built it for him, and he immediately destroyed it. So,
oh yeah,
just buy him random Legos. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I do the same thing with my kids because they tear them apart. They just want to play with them. So I have my Legos and they have their Legos.
Well, how do you clean your Lego? So when you build something, let's say I know Garage Gamer got the Enterprise, right? How do you clean that? Like when it gets dusty,
So you just use like you do your computer a spray can, and I just go over them once in a while to make sure they don't get dusty.
You build them, and then you put them in glass cases. So you got to clean the glass case.
There are people that do that.
Oh yeah.
I will say, I know, Phil, you saw it a lot, the Game Boy version. Like, if you're ever going to get one, that's one to get, because they do some amazing techniques. Like the thumb pad works, the buttons work, the volume on off. Like, they went all out on that one, like none of the other like retro gaming sets they've ever done before.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty cool.
Did you get the Sega Genesis controller one?
No, because that was only a giveaway if you spent like $700 million. Like on the day stuff came out.
Not necessarily true. I was in Alberta. When was it? Back in late September, early October for work. And I remember some of the guys that were at the convention, their wives went down to the mall, to the Lego store, while we were at work. And they came back, and like my wife was like, "Can you go to the mall and go to the Lego store for the kids?" And I was like, "I don't got time for that." Mom's like 30 minutes away. I don't got time for that. But they came back, and I was so jealous because they went and they spent a fortune at the Lego store, but not really a fortune. But they were at the Lego store handing out those Sega Genesis controllers if you spent like $200. So
yeah,
I mean, I easily could have spent $200 for the
like
kids.
150 or $200, you know, on sets. So, you know, depending on what's out, you know, you're looking at buying something you don't want in order to get, you know, a small little.
Well, that's how Kohl's Cash works.
Yeah.
And Phil, are you familiar with Kohl's Cash? It doesn't seem like something you've ever talked about.
A little bit. Yeah, you could blame Console Kits for that. His old videos about how to gain Kohl's Cash and to get a free arcade. I mean, that's where it started. That's all Justin.
Do you remember his website, like Arcade Home Arcade?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That seems like a lifetime ago now. I mean, that was so popular when like all the $50 arcades were on and stuff like that. Like,
it was a daily visit for me. I'd go there every day looking at his site.
Oh yeah, but we didn't have many in. Whoa, here we go. RTX Pinball is here. He says Clown is a disaster. I haven't had a chance to play it yet at RTX Pinball, so yikes. I do not have a good night ahead of me tomorrow night, apparently, according to RTX. Clown is not good. It looked good, I mean, other than the artwork, but I'll have to play it, so now I'm a little bit nervous. So, Phil, before we started the show, you talked about your Arcade 1-Up Pinball, and you were a little nervous about leaving it on, like just in the background, because a lot of people are having troubles right now. PCBs burn out pretty quickly and stuff like that, and there's no fix. But there's help on the way. Did you know that? And you might be interested in possibly keeping this yet, Phil. Our friend, Mystery Encoder, has a pre-order up right now for... James, you want to talk about this a little bit more? Because I think he's talked to you quite a bit about it.
Sure. So the pre-order launches tomorrow on Saturday. So it's not up yet, but it will launch on Saturday. It is the kit, right, to be able to, you know, keep your... your Arcade 1-Up pinballs working when the chips eventually die. The kit, when the pre-orders go up, I think they're going to take they'll be open for about 2 weeks, and then they'll ship 2 to 4 weeks after that. And you will need to have your own Raspberry Pi. So I believe it's specifically the Orange Pi 5 Max and not other versions. It has to be that one, I believe. So I know a lot of people have been excited for it. Tomorrow will be the day, so look out for links to that when it goes live tomorrow.
Yeah, because from what I understand right now, like if your pinball dies, like there's nothing Arcade 1-Up can do for you, right?
Yeah, especially, you know, they're out of boards, 1, and 2, we don't even know if they're doing anything with them post the Basic Fun stuff, right? So we don't know if Basic Fun took over the pinball machine stuff, or if it's just a dead product or what. So this allows you, if you have an issue, to have a much better custom board where you'll be able to access all your same games on the different tables. You'll be able to download, if you own the tables on the Zen mobile app, the Android app, you'll be able to load those onto your arcade 1-up pinball machine, so you can play a lot more, not just the originals and tables, but it's all designed for if you own the license to them already, you can easily access
How much do you think this will be if people wanted to pre-order this?
He said the price, and I don't know it off the top of my head. I'd have to go look it up, but it is very affordable considering what you're doing. The difference is you also have to add that Pi 5 on there.
I asked James for a link earlier. He just did.
I don't have a link because it's not up yet. So otherwise I can't give you a link.
MG said, I just ate 19 cocktail sausages and do not feel good. I think I shared this story already, but MG recently, not cocktail sausages, but real sausages, went for a world record. How many did he eat that day, James? Was it like 16?
Oh, he had a massive number of those British sausages, right?
British sausages, too. I think they're called bangers. That's the correct term for them. And let me tell you right now, poor MG, he's a recliner golf player. He had problems sitting for a while after those 16 bangers entered and exited his system.
He saw the light, you know. He had the meat sweats, was praying to his gods.
Yeah, I think, Bobby, that's a fair statement. I don't think they'll be bringing in parts for Legacy Arcade 1-Up. I don't know what the nature of that deal is. We'll find out more as time goes on, but I can't imagine that they're going to support like older products.
Yeah, I would imagine only if they have parts on hand that they took over, right? So
what about coin doors? Like, let's say somebody wanted to buy some molded coin doors. Are they still available?
Coin doors, you say?
They have their own now, right? So maybe you'll end up with a basic fun coin door. Or my guess is they're going to switch to just using the Arcade 1-Up name for everything anyway, right? So
I mean, you know what? I was wondering about that. Like, how does everybody feel about that? Like, would we rather see Arcade 1-Up on these or Basic Fun? Mike, you have a Basic Fun. I mean, how do you feel about that logo?
I'm totally fine with it. I think the basic, like, I was actually hopeful, like, even though the screen in Star Wars, obviously wasn't so great. That was a mistake using the edge-lit TM monitor instead of a backlit TM monitor or an IPS screen. But like, the cabinet build was good. All the products came really well packaged. The box looked nice. There was a lot of positives about it. And I was looking forward to seeing the company grow. And we're still going to see that, but there's a possibility it's going to be under the Arcade 1-Up brand yet again. So, I don't know. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful it's a new company. I'm hopeful. I don't think I'll get everything I want. I don't think it's realistic to get what I want specifically, but I'm hoping they can do some interesting things.
People are used to seeing the Arcade 1-Up. Even the average consumer who just goes to a store and have seen those there. It's clicked, right?
It's a name brand in the space, so they'd be nuts not to use it now, especially now that they own it. So
yeah. So Phil, I want to talk to you about this Basic Fun company because something came up somewhat close to you recently that was really, really interesting. Someone actually had what we thought was a prototype WrestleFest Supreme Series. So like basically an Arcade 1-Up XL, but the Basic Fun version of the WrestleFest cab that is yet to release, yet to come out in retail stores. So when you saw this news, how tempted were you? Like, you don't got to give us your exact address, but how far is Madison, Wisconsin away from you?
Is it Madison or Mason? It looked like it was Mason.
It's Mason.
It's Mason. It's not Madison.
Yeah, it's all the way. It's like a 6-hour plus.
So it's in the woods, here. Like where G.I. Joe lives.
Yeah, it's like all the way up in Canada, basically.
What?
Closer to you, Mike.
So anyways, I was fascinated by this. It looks like the listing is down now. I went and tried to search it before the show. So the listing is down. I think someone picked it up. Someone told me in my video they were going to grab it anyways. So it's gone. But it was really interesting because I know a couple people reached out. We found a couple things out about it. Like one, Jamie Loken told me he reached out to him. There's only 5 games on it, so no increase of games from the Ultra Series cab. The other thing that was interesting, this news actually came from Cornercade. Practically on MERS. Get out of here, Jason. I will not take that anymore. I don't care what chaotic BPR's wife thinks about how I talk. Yeah, Cornercade mentioned this. So Cornercade reached out to the guy because he's relatively close as well. And Cornercade actually talked to the guy and found out where this came from. This is not a prototype. This was a review unit for interviewer, basically. So an interviewer had received this cab, was going to do a piece on it, and sold it right away before there was any embargo, anything. Like, don't release the story until like the 27th. And the guy's like, okay, I won't, but I'll sell it right away.
Do we know what it's sold for?
I know he was willing to take less than 800. I know it was negotiated down quite a bit. So.
The beauty is he gets it for free, right? And I'm willing to take under 8 for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know ultimately what the purchaser bought it at, but I know that he had accepted offers for less.
Do you think there was a deck protector on there?
Accept an offer for less, I should say.
B. Kirby says it went for more, 1K.
Well, that's interesting because I know there was an offer on the table for less, and he was on it.
But what do we know about this cabinet? Was there a deck protector on it?
Well,
did the coin door light up?
The coin door was lit up.
Yep.
Hold
on one second. We got a little bit of video here. Thanks to our friend that was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still there. Burnt Orange. So I'm going to try to share this for you guys and show it a little bit.
And actually, I might have just confused the iconic coin door for their coin door. That's the one I saw lit up.
Yeah, so
this one.
I'm not 100% sure about
the maximize button there.
Oh, no, it's not. Carl, I can't because I don't have the 2 screens going, so it would just be crazy. Okay. It's the best I can do, or I can do theater view. Where the hell is that?
Oh, don't worry about it.
No. Now you've made me. What's the interview, James? No, this is the interview.
Yeah, it's a short, so I don't think it's going to get any wider.
Yeah.
I like how he's pressing the screen like it's actually doing something.
Well, that's what someone said in the post originally. He was like, "Oh, I didn't know this was a touch screen. It's not."
Yeah, it helped us raise the price though. Oh, it has a touch screen.
Yeah. So, anyways. Yeah, he goes through the whole ad here, shows a little bit of the picture, so shows some of the gameplay. I'm going to take that down now because it's not very long, but there's not a lot to glean from the video itself. I'm still waiting for whoever bought this to, make his YouTube video about it in the very near future.
Yeah, so it's unclear if it's a lit coin door. But I will say no deck protector because these have, that extra finish on it. And hopefully, unlike the Ultra one, it's not light gray, right? It's not, and it looked darker, but it's in a dark room.
You're going to need a deck protector. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be the same material as the Ultra.
Well, the Ultra claims it doesn't need a deck protector either. They insist that it's got that protective coating on it.
And my Galaga, I received the deck protector when they were giving them out free. But I had already sprayed mine with this, sheer thing, and this lasted since 2018.
Really?
Nice. No
So I will, I shared a picture on Super Game Room Dudes earlier. Let me see if I can find it. So I'll explain this to you because this is immediately what people are going to say about me when I do this. So again, let me remind people, shilling. It ain't easy, friends. So I will give Basic Fun the benefit of the doubt because I think, P-Dubs, when he got his Ultra, he scratched his control deck. And I think absolutely the control deck and the artwork on the stuff does scratch a little bit easy. I don't know why, but I scratch mine a little bit as well. But that doesn't mean it's not rub resistant, right?
Correct.
Like if you take a nail or you beat it off something, yes, you're going to get a scratch in the artwork. But I haven't heard anybody actually complain about it being, a problem with rubbing yet. And a lot of the rubbing didn't actually. Here's the fucked up thing about the Arcade 1-Up stuff. And that's my first swear of the week. I'm trying my best. But yes, Burnt Orange, I got it as well. But a lot of the rubbing that people were seeing and complaining about wasn't actually from home use. These were the demo cabs that the original Arcade 1-Up sent out to Walmart, and kids were playing like nonstop and beating the shit out of. So that's why there was so much rubbing. That's where all the pictures came from. I don't think many of those came from home use. So I'll be very interested to see if anybody actually does write back and complain about rubbing, because that's the real test of time. It's not just like a YouTube reviewer saying, "Oh, mine's scratched" or something, and that's nothing against P-dubs or anything like that. So
yeah, mine came chipped out of the box, right? So the edges like were all chipped up, right, where you could tell it I don't know, the overhang or whatever material chips, but it was minor, and the person who bought it didn't care. So I think it's just is what it is. The biggest thing to me was the discoloration caused by whatever they used.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that.
About the Supreme, Carl, Mike, James, are you interested? If this $7.99, are you getting it?
Not me.
No.
And it's a real shame too, because I want Basic Fun to succeed. Like, I really like these people. I like the company. I want this to be a good thing. It's so hard with WrestleFest. I made a video 2 years when John D was telling me how he was going to make the Arcade 1-Up WrestleFest. He went to WrestleMania to try to get the license, all that stuff. I was like, don't do it, man. There is no point doing it unless you can get all the characters. This game is going to be an epic fail with the licensing issues. And I mean, Basic Fun, to their credit, I don't think they thought they were going to run into the licensing issues they did. And I don't know if they would have progressed it if they realized what the end result would be. So I feel terrible for them, but I don't know. I'm in a weird place. I don't know if I pay $800 US for it, but I almost bought the Ultra at $4.99 Canadian. So there's that.
It's no different than NBA Jam, NFL Blitz. We're not getting the exact same thing.
It's very different. I would argue, especially if you're a big fan of that game.
So you have Return of the Jedi, and your last post saying you have a 19-inch Bicep arcade screen now. That Bicep, we can spend. I know we're spending more money, but we could spend another $240 and have every wrestling game and have every game on there that we wanted.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You make a compelling argument, Phil.
Well, you get the size of an XL cabinet, and then any game you want. Like, I mean, there's you're gonna have to pay for it, but it's no different than if we bought an AtGames 4K or even an iArcade. I mean, I paid almost $1,000 for mine.
I would just say, as somebody, I don't know how the Return of the Jedi looks, but as somebody that owned a Basic Fun, the colors are 100% muted. It is not, at least on the WrestleFest, it is not printed at the quality of Arcade 1-Up cabs. And it's not just that, I've heard people try to explain it as it's a matte finish. No, it is clearly muted compared to every color on it, compared to anything else. It is just not as high a quality of printing technique that they used for whatever reason, which is why I think when they applied the deck coating, it makes the top look gray, because the top wasn't as dark as it should have been to begin with.
So you're saying they
really
took
noticeable next to other.
You're saying they took the advice from the NFL Blitz graphics artists people, and
well, that one was just blurry and upscaled, but at least the colors are deep and vibrant.
So going back to your original comment about the buy stuff, yeah, 100% you can do that, but it was almost impossible. It's almost impossible for me to recommend that somebody go out and spend full price on an $800 cabinet that then you got to go out and work so hard to modify. Like one of the easy things about what Buy Stuff was doing, especially over Christmas, was here in Canada, we had $200 off Canadian. So we were able to pick up the cab roughly for around $348 US here in Canada over Christmas. So, I mean, like, easy, definitely, at that price, you can go out, get Return of the Jedi, throw a 19-inch screen in there, and, it's not a nightmare, but it's so hard. Like, you expect to be able to buy a product and for it to work out of the gate. Like, it's great that Buy Stuff offer that option. And like, you know, it's probably still cheaper than you going out and building your own cab and getting WrestleFest art. I don't know what the answer is, Phil. I can't tell you, but
it's for guys like me that want plug and play. I mean, you pay for it. I mean, I've done so many mods, so many buy stuff mods to my cabinets. Like it just makes sense. It's an easy thing. How do you feel about the height of Return of the Jedi, though?
It's not good. It's not good. That's why I'm bringing this up right now, because I did get that 19-inch monitor from Buy Stuff. They told me they were going to throw something else in the box. They didn't get it done in time. So they said they're still going to send it out to me, because now they do finally have it. And I wanted to bring it up on screen, just show this a little bit correctly. And of course, the wrong video comes up or it pauses, but this is their Buy Stuff Return of the Jedi riser. And it's pretty sharp. I mean, they went with the original artwork. They've got the cool lines and stuff like this. And this is more like a traditional arcade one-up riser that goes on the bottom of your deluxe cab, or now the basic fun cab. So raises it up, I think it's 9 inches, because the Buy Stuff guys are super tall, right?
Right. And this guy is probably my height. So look at how high this looks, like an XL. Like, look at this. Yeah. You could put this next to Time Crisis, and it wouldn't look out of place.
Yeah, height-wise, it's good. Like, I mean, like, the only thing I'm a little bit concerned about, like, this needed to be definitely at least 4 inches bigger. Anybody else that own the MBSX and I bought the riser for the MBSX.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the weirdest thing in the world, because it was either, like, it wasn't high enough, or then it was just too damn high. So at 9 inches for the riser, and, like, it just seems like a lot. But you can definitely stand up and play it, and then with the 19-inch screen, this will definitely feel more like an XL.
What size did you get? Do you know?
What, for the riser? I think they only made the 9-inch riser, didn't they?
Well, there's 3 sizes. I looked at this. I went on there. I mean, I saw this on Facebook last night. Like, this is huge. Like, the 9 inches is the biggest. And I thought, this is an XL. Like, you can wait for an XL Star Wars, or you could just get that riser and put a 19-inch monitor in it. Yeah, you're kind of set.
I would be careful saying that, because I think I don't have my screen mod done yet. That's my plan for tomorrow in the daytime. Well, we'll see. It's my mom's birthday and kids are busy, so I probably won't get to it tomorrow. But I want to put the screen in first. I know the screen will make a big difference, but I'm still not sold on the emulation for the vector games. And there have been some reports of people doing the update and the vector games crashing. It's not rampant reports, but it's out there. So I just want to put the screen in and then compare how the vector games work after that.
They did the yoke. You had both Star Wars. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the yoke is great. They've done a different yoke. It's not exactly like the arcade one-up one, but it's good. I think it's really good. It's a little bit cheaper feeling. But in terms of playability and its movement, it's really, really good. So, yeah.
Are you going to flash yours to the latest firmware? Or
I'm not sure yet.
Like you got?
I'm not sure yet. Like if it said in the firmware update, it, takes the softening or whatever's going on with the vector graphics away, I'd be like, immediately, I'll do it. But, yeah, I want to see what the graphics look like when I put the IPS monitor in there.
What do you think of the marquee? Would you change if Sabos made a new a replacement marquee? Would you change yours out?
No. That marquee
that's the
is
one
beautiful.
thing I like about it is their marquee.
Well, it doesn't wash out. Like WrestleFest kind of looks like it washes out. I saw Sabos had a WrestleFest, so that's why
No, in terms of presentation, I understand why they couldn't do the exact same shape as the real arcade, but I think this is by far their nicest looking arcade they released. If it wasn't for the fact that it was a little bit short, it had a edge-lit TN monitor and whatever's going on with the vector games graphics, like this would be a surefire win for them. And I wanted it to be a win. It's just those 3 issues really stopped this from being like what it should be.
Well, lastly, you had Tron. Would you compare the shape of this cabinet similar to your Tron cabinet? If somebody like me who missed out on Tron, would you kind of get that from this?
It's got a similar shape, but not exactly, because Tron, I've got both of them. I still have both of them. So I'd like to do a side-by-side comparison once I get the riser and show you. That'd be the best way to put it. Like Star Wars still comes up and angles out, while Tron is more kind of like this. It's hard to explain. Now, Carl's the only smart person here that still has his original Star Wars. James, do you still have yours?
I have the re-release Star Wars, the second arcade one up, which is honestly, I like that one better because of the coin door and the artwork is carried through. But I know people like the first one more too, so it just depends. But yeah, it works great. No plans on changing it out unless now that Basic Fun, has some arcade one up IPs or maybe IPs. I don't want to say that, but has their stuff. Maybe instead of an XL Return of the Jedi, they'll actually make the XL Star Wars.
I think that'd be a smart move on their part. Console kits explained why do Return of the Jedi to me, and I don't disagree with them. Like Arcade 1-Ups already did a Star Wars. They already did an Empire Strikes Back. So for Star Wars collectors, like that's the one that's missing. So, not everybody buys it for the same like ridiculous reason we do. Some people just have it as a piece of art in their house. And as a piece of art, I think it's beautiful. Like I think it's a very nice looking cabinet that anybody that wants like a Star Wars room or something like that, very smart move. But in terms of like what we would want as hardcore arcade collectors, absolutely. If they made an XL Star Wars, day one buy.
Well, and me personally, I actually like the Return of the Jedi arcade look a little better. Just because that game has more nostalgia for me. And for me, this isn't close enough. It was too far off the mark. And maybe if their Excel went more like the original, because you got a little more footprint to work with, but I don't think they were going to do that. We've seen some pictures of leaked prototypes. It was worse than this. It looked like a refrigerator, right? So, this, I understand why they had to go this way. It's as close as you can probably get for the, the size and the flat pack that they're doing and stuff like that. They maybe could have done a little better, but not much. But I want the original looking one. Or the original one, but there's actually one by me that's affordable, but it's tore up, so it'd take a lot of work.
That's a bummer, man. Carl, what about you? Carl, you're muted, buddy.
Yeah, I do have my 2019 Star Wars, and I did mod it with the buy stuff. So to your point, PD7, I never really played Star Wars in the arcade. It's one of those games that's just too expensive for me, so I never got to play. But I love the cabinet. I loved it. The only thing I didn't like the billboard, even though they made the billboard smaller, with the names. But I put the Retro 530, whatever that company is there, their coin door on there with the custom things. Thing looks absolutely beautiful. And so to your point about the WrestleFest, if you're a big fan of wrestling and you got to have that cabinet, to be able to add in all the other games and still have the cabinet that you love. Like I love the way the Star Wars looks. That's always great to have that option, because a lot of times we gripe about the money, but once the money's spent, money comes along later, right? And so it's always easier to then do something later as opposed to paying all of that money up front for something, and to make it what you want it to be. And that's always great to have the option to do that.
Yeah, the option is good. I'm a little hesitant to recommend buying something because there's a fix out there. Like I don't want to tell somebody to buy something at full retail if you got to fix it out the door, right? That's kind of what I was trying to put across earlier.
I agree, but for me personally, there was times where I would buy. There were months where I might pick up 2 or 3. In years ago, like we were buying a lot of arcade one-ups. Like, there was so much stuff. I mean, Time Crisis was insane. I mean, how much that was priced at. For someone who hasn't bought anything for a year, 2 years, okay, I can get this XL size, and then I could just make a couple of more purchases, and I would have like everything I want on this cabinet.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of options out there to buy. If you're looking to get a cabinet, it's just slim picking. So That's just the reality of it.
Right.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I'm just thankful that we do have these third-party companies out there making accessories, whether it be Buy Stuff and their wizardry with coming out with like everything they did to make WrestleFest where it should be, and I think they'll do well as well once the Supreme WrestleFest comes out as well, because I don't think there's going to be any roster changes. So I think that's a good thing. I'm very thankful for them making the monitor upgrade and everything for Star Wars. One thing that they did say that was interesting, going back to their post, they actually put their box in there with the stock screen, and they were playing the original Atari Star Wars on the stock screen, and they said, I think our graphics look better on this box than they do from the PCB. So they mentioned something else about the PCB being a little underpowered. So if this screen doesn't fix it, I might be in that situation where this is a hardware thing to try to, get it to where I want it to be, which is a bummer, but again, I want a cool Star Wars, so I'm going to work for it.
Well, and do people eventually, they'll make another box for this too. They'll do the same PC build for the basic. There's no doubt. I mean,
they already got
another
it done.
option.
Already got it done. Yeah.
There you go, Phil. G.I. Joel says, give him your money, he'll build you a cab.
Can you put the games on there? We got a deal.
Well, that's the thing. I want to get a Nintendo cab from Joel, but I also want the artwork and everything all done already, so I'm gonna do it. All right, so switching gears here, I want to talk about because we're running out of time here, and I don't want to keep everybody too long because Phil's got to be up in like an hour and a half to go to work. So
it's Saturday tomorrow, isn't it?
Oh, Saturday. I did want to mention the Arcade Insiders this past week, and they had Iconic Arcade on, and a lot of people might be confused because that's not John D. It's Peter Vandenbosch. I definitely didn't say that right. But he came on and talked about Iconic Arcade, and there was a lot of really interesting information that came from this. So there's a couple things I wanted to talk about first, and I'm glad James is here because one of the things he talked about, he confirmed the cease and desist from Arcade 1-Up to Iconic Arcade, which is something that, until this point, there's been no verifiable proof that happened. It was a rumor in the community. Someone close to John had said something to people and people ran with it, but like he confirmed it. That's the reason they went dead silent and all that stuff. But also I get the impression now that because he mentioned it, it's pretty safe to say that cease and desist and any legal problems are kind of in the rearview mirror because no company's going to talk about that until it's resolved, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly like maybe it resulted in a delay, but obviously ended up being no big deal. Their lawyers wanted to, make sure everything was all good once the path was cleared. However they resolved it, they're never going to tell us what it was about or what they did to resolve it. They steamrolled ahead, and now they're looking at this thing potentially shipping at the end of the month, right? So shipping from China at the end of the month. So it's like we said at the time, it was probably real. Anybody can send somebody a cease and desist. It's not hard. Right. It's not expensive. Doesn't cost any money other than attorney's fees. And you can do it for just about anything. So as we said before, many, many times, it was likely real, but without any kind of verifiable confirmation. It was just rumor. So is what it is. We talked about it. Other people talked about it. But got beat to death in the end.
And did it get resolved because Basic Fun bought out Arcade 1-Up?
Possibly.
Curl. Gold star for Curl. Really quickly, B Kirby, $5 super chat. Phil, don't let these guys talk you into keeping your Arcade 1-Up marble pinball. Phil, didn't you say somebody was thinking about buying that from you?
I told him it was Phil. We could talk about this now, right? Yeah, Bill Kirby is going to buy the marble. That's why it's not running. We're leaving this just nice and fresh for Bill.
So was Bill buying that for the cornercade or for Bill?
I don't think Bill should buy anything else for the cornercade. So anyways, Gold Star Carl, because I was talking to Neo's Arcade News earlier, and it's not anything he told me directly, but he did mention that Peter is actually involved on the European side for Basic Fun. So there's some kind of collaboration there. Even though he's Iconic Arcade, he's doing, I think, some of the distribution or something in Europe for Basic Fun. So that partnership may have, that purchase and partnership may have been what cleared up all the legal issues that now they can finally talk about the cease and desist. And I don't think it's a huge leap. I talked about it before. I don't think he confirmed what the cease and desist was, but John worked with Arcade 1-Up. He had a non-compete, which I know that. So I think the cease and desist was an argument over the non-compete. And, basically John's in California where non-competes aren't legal. So I think that was the whole issue. And now it's resolved.
Yeah. And I did a whole video, theorizing that maybe it's Arcade 1-Up's patent, right? Because they own a patent on this kind of product. And I said how I didn't think it could be defended, but they have one. So you still have to battle it out in court, right? And maybe Basic Fun ran into the same problem, and rather than fighting it out in court, said, we're just going to buy you. Right. And so,
it's like The Godfather. We're going to deal with all our problems in one night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. B Kirby brings up, well, see, that's what's interesting though. Arcade 1-Up isn't in California, but John is, and John operates out of California. So, you don't know how this stuff is going to work. Anyways, the other thing I really liked about this interview, I thought this was a genius stroke for Iconic Arcade to put somebody else out there, because right now the only person who's really been out there for Iconic Arcade has been John D. And not everybody likes John. Like, I like John. He's an interesting guy. He's really polarizing. But there's been that negative thing in the community of certain people, like, they don't want to do anything with John. They don't want to have anything to do with him. They don't trust him. By bringing this person out and showing another name and another face behind the company, I think that, one, it, kind of taken away from the stigma of John D's company. They showed that it's obviously not John's company. It's this guy's company. And it also added some legitimacy for people, taking away from that negativity. What do you guys think about that?
I personally think you're dead on. And I actually had the chance to meet Peter and his wife at CES last year. So, to me, he's been around kind of like the entire time from the get-go out there. When we were getting the first look at the prototype, he was also getting his first look at their, the prototype that they put together. And he was super nice, super interested. And I think it's great that he is now in a position that he's out in front representing their company. I think that's great. John in his consultant role, makes a lot of sense from the contacts and things that he does. But it's, Peter's, that's his thing, right? Iconic Arcade is his baby. So
but it's really good cool to have John D and your team if you're going to get into the home arcade. I mean, it's
no
just
doubt. Yeah, I'm not saying
different than their first product.
Not saying it's a negative. It's just they've gone through a period where the only person we've seen talking about it is John. And then we had that big delay. We've had several delays since then, radio silence. So I think this was a very wise strategic decision on their part to bring another face out there, added legitimacy, credibility, a sense of safeness for the people that still have pre-orders. So really, really smart move on Iconic's part. And the other thing I wanted to talk about with this interview, so that was one of the positives. Let me just take this down. So I'm going to stop sharing for a second, but I got some other shit I want to show you guys, because this is the other thing that really shocked me from this interview, was they actually shared some new images of the Iconic Arcade and their PR images and shit like that, right? So not anything to get too excited about, but I will honestly tell you, this gave me FOMO, man. Like, I don't know what they were doing before. The AI images of the cabs were fine and stuff, but actually seeing something that gives this a sense of scale compared to like other humans and stuff like that, I think that made the cab look like $1 million.
is this going to look too big next to our arcade 1-ups? Like, that's how big this looks to me. This is huge.
Yeah,
lot wider.
but this lady, she's probably 4'6" too. So
Yeah.
it's a little deceiving.
It does look wide. I mean, I think that.
Oh, it
that's
is
the
wide.
thing.
It's full arcade size basically. It is bigger than XL. It's just as wide control panel wise as the original arcade, and
I'm not going to lie. When you look at Mike's picture of his new big blue next to everything else, like, I mean, it's overpowering everything. Is that how that's going to look?
I move stuff around, Phil. Don't worry.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's how big this is. So if we put this in our arcade, is it gonna fit?
It's gonna fit, and it's gonna stand out for sure. But it's gonna look nice. I mean, that looks.
I
really nice.
agree. It's gonna look. It looks huge. Like, we're gonna have to redo the entire arcade here. They're gonna have to do more than this cab.
It's all about strategic placement, and they'll happily sell you more versions, right? You can buy 2 right out of the gate. You get the alpha and the
yeah. We had this conversation recently on Discord, where we had one person on Discord which was kind of an idiot, and he was indicating that he didn't want to buy G.I. Joe's cabs because they were going to be too small, because he was all about the XLs. And we were saying, you realize in arcades, like, all arcade machines are different sizes, right? Not everything's a uniform size. Like, some arcades would have like a giant big blue next to a centipede. What are the cabaret cab?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, it's not unusual to have different sizes. I understand what you're saying though, because that big blue was a little bit much next to the 2 XLs. So I got everything moved around now. So
not in a bad. I'm just saying, like, that we want bigger. I mean, I think most of us are to that point where it's been this long. We've hung in there. We want bigger cabinets. That's what we want to get now.
I've said a million times when I saw this one in person, I know it's changed since then, but the side art's the same, the basic design is the same. I was like throwing my money at it. Like,
so you're getting this model, or are you going to get?
This is the one I pre-ordered, but I did cancel my pre-order. So
you sucker! Now you lost out on the $150. It's going to be more expensive.
Right as that was announced. Just too many delays, too much risk for me at that point.
Well, I will tell you honestly, and not.
But how's
not so
the risk if you can get your money back? That's why I don't understand that point. If you don't have the ability to get your money back or get a refund,
well, he thought John was on an island with his money.
Standpoint of continually having to wait even longer, right? Like, there are other things I'd rather use that money for. Inflation's going up. I can take advantage of stuff now rather than letting them keep my money for another 6-9 months.
That's basic
analog 3D?
Basic finance.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the analog 3D. I canceled mine.
You canceled yours, but James, you didn't cancel yours.
No, because I like the analog stuff. So I was.
Carl, did you get in on that? Were you interested in the N64?
No, not at all.
I will tell you, she's probably related to somebody in the company, so I'm going to get in trouble for this. She's kind of cute. Look at her flirty with the little kick there. I mean, come on, guys.
It's good marketing.
I like the 70s, like, adult film star guy. Like,
that's Cyrus. That's what Cyrus looks like now. He's got a little mustache.
That mustache is classic.
The mustache is back now. My wife refuses to let me grow one because her dad has one. But man, I would have a mustache tomorrow if I could. Speaking of money, Fat Hog 13. Hey Phil, you need to hold on to that Marvel pinball. Emmy's mod will make that thing shine. I think, Phil, you talked about it earlier. I mean, I know Steps asked a question earlier. She said, does Phil have the most cabs of everybody now? And I think you do. I have 9 arcade 1-ups now, 1 commercial arcade, which is the Capcom Big Blue, and then 2 Stern premium pinballs. That's what I have in my arcade space. And then this stuff behind me. James, how many do you have?
I'd have to count them off the top of my head, but I think it's around 16 to 18, somewhere in there. Because I have 4 at my office, and then I have like.
Why do you have them at your office?
I put them in the break room for people to play.
That's
like
nice.
That's where Blitz is, and NBA Jam, and Mortal Kombat, and Street Fighter, like the big ones, like the ones more people would play. I put out in there. But
James's first answer was, I'd have to count.
I know. I don't remember. There's quite a few.
Now, before I ask Detroit Love, because I'm going to give him a little bit of a hard time about it, but Phil, how many are you rocking now?
I'm gonna say 30. It might be 31, but
Yeah.
I think it's 30.
I was up around
countercades though too. Are we counting everything? Is that the rule?
No, you don't count countercades. That doesn't
Let's
count.
say 27.
Yeah, including like countercades and quarter arcades and
new
new wave toys. I got 50 here.
Yeah,
I got 50. Yeah, you got a pretty big collection. I was up around you at one point, but I went through a period where I had to make some changes, pay off some debt and stuff like that. So I ended up selling it. And that was also the period where I was stupid thinking Arcade 1-Up was going to re-release everything in the XL size. And I was like, I'm going all XL.
Mike started that. Like nobody had an arcade until we saw Mike's videos. Like, I mean, we all got this from you.
Well, I appreciate that.
The whole room was cabinets.
Now, Carl hasn't bought an arcade, a big arcade, in a very long time. He's been focused on the smaller stuff. You don't want to know why? His wife told him he's not allowed to bring anything else into the house. So that's why he's sneaking the dolls, and that's why he's sneaking the little arcades in. Isn't that right, Carl?
Oh, absolutely.
I love the way Carl is now transitioned to using the AI to make the dolls move around and dance and stuff. It's awesome. Like, I think it's great.
Yeah, I was looking for that one that Mike's talking about here, but I can't find it. But yeah, there's no shame in that. She said we got enough here. I mean, I've gotten 2 in there since she said that, but she hasn't been down here for a while.
Honestly,
you have AI Pro, don't you?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
You got to get down and play some Battletoads with Phil sometime.
That's a long
Carl?
game.
What's that?
You got to play some Battletoads with Phil sometime.
Oh yeah, I haven't been online since I think you and I got on.
Yeah,
one time.
Well, it's one of the failures of Arcade 1-Up's online system, and I hope that if Basic Fun, they're taking notes, if anybody's listening, when they delve into online, because they didn't do it with Wave 1, they've got to come up with a way of notifying people on some kind of friends list. Because, like, honestly, if I'm sitting around my house and I get a ping on an app or I get some kind of notification being like, Phil just turned on Killer Instinct, he's going to play Battletoads.
Right.
Like,
we get on the Switch.
I'm going to run down to my shit and go play it, right? Like some kind of friends list and notifications when somebody else is playing. That's the big failure with Arcade 1-Up. Like, I don't want to go on there.
They had the app, but the messaging was horrible on there.
But like, what's the point in messaging? Like, I can message you already, Phil. I can send you a Facebook message, right?
I know.
So I mean, you might not know, but but you're not wrong. If you're following somebody on the app and they go online, it should tell you, Michael B is online playing,
exactly,
Street Fighter or whatever. There was a lot of opportunity in that app that they just completely missed out. That would have been great. Like text messages.
Yeah, MG sends me text messages when I'm live, but I haven't pulled up my phone tonight. So, I think, anyways, back to Iconic. I will tell you.
Hold on. We got to get a number from Detroit. How many do you have? Sorry.
Oh, I have nowhere near what you guys have. I think I have like 13.
Well, you got more than me.
Yeah, almost. I mean, again, I only get what I'm going to actually play. Here, I found this video. Let me share this real quick. Share screen. This one here. And audio. Let's see.
Yeah, this is.
My turn dessert.
I'm just gonna check something.
What was that?
That's me. That's me trying to get one in.
Yeah, like one of my favorite ever moments from like Super Game Room dudes and like being with Carl was like he did this amazing video when he bought his AtGames Legends Ultimate, sneaking it in the house. One of my favorite things he ever did, and I always think about that when Carl talks about getting something. You would have been able to sneak that shuffle golf in, though, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
made room for that. One of the biggest disappointments of home arcades.
Yeah. So last going off on this, I had a couple other images, but this is the one that really stands out to me. Like I seen this, and I've got no reason to want another Street Fighter cab. Like I've got that excellent, Street Fighter 2 Deluxe. What is it? Deluxe cab. I've got the big blue, real big blue. I should have no reason to want this, but like honestly, looking at these pictures the last little while, I'm like, yeah, I hope they open orders back up again when this comes online. This is something that I could possibly get.
Do you have the games list? Is Knights of the Round
Yes.
and like Captain Commando on this? Are both?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't remember Captain Commando.
I thought they were going to add Captain Commando if you pre-ordered. Remember they were going to throw like 2 games in.
Yeah. Well, I know one of them ended up being what were the shoot 'em ups on there? They had one shoot 'em up, and the other one was one of the additions, and then there was another beat 'em up.
I can't remember the games list now at all.
If you have Arcade 1-Up, there's only one way to play Knights of the Round online, and that's the big blue. And then everything else has the same 14 games, right? So would they add that? Would they give us 15? Is that the difference?
Oh, I don't think you know what Iconic Arcade is, Phil. Phil the Thrill? Let me.
I know you can add the game. Like I'm just saying the online games. Like there's still games that are built in there.
Yep. There's I think it's like, what is it? 14 games that are built in. There's going to be 5 more games that are added as a pre-order bonus or a bonus for buying it. But they're going to have an online shop where you can constantly add more Capcom games to this. So it's going to work like an iArcade.
Cadillacs and Dinosaurs?
Oh, I don't. That's a licensing nightmare. I don't think they'll do that one.
But they did kind of say that their goal was when future cabs come out, those cabs will come with like the previous games, so you'll get all the games. And then if you didn't buy the new one and you had an older one, at a later point you would get the other ones as well. So like you're never like forced to buy a new cab unless you really want the other design. This is
what we wanted with iArcade. Like that. Think about it. Like the games they promised you with iArcade, this is happening with Iconic.
Yes, I think that's exactly the format that John D went, because he heard a lot of feedback with Arcade 1-Up as well. People were buying these cabs and they were like, be great if we could add extra games. And then iArcade had that format. They just couldn't get the games. So you take 2 of those worlds, meld them together, and I think that's what Iconic Arcade is eventually going to be.
If I got one, I would get rid of my original Street Fighter, get rid of Big Blue, take my pie out of my in my regular Street Fighter and put it into that and be done with fighting cab.
I will tell you, even though it makes no logical sense, I'm getting FOMO for this now. So
which skin do you like, Mike? Do you?
Oh, the Street Fighter 2 World Warrior. I got.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I that was my 3rd or 4th Arcade 1-Up, and that was a great looking cabinet.
Oh, beautiful, man. Like that original arcade cabinet, like just encapsulated the time. I had these Jordans that had the same kind of like I don't want to say it's tribal. I can't remember exactly what the term is, but it had it was like the first, I think it was like the first Spike Lee Jordans, and I had it, and it had this cool theme. It reminds me so much of that, like perfect early 90s shit, right? $20 super chat. Man, that's awesome. Thank you so much, B. Kirby. Great show. Good seeing Phil and James on a Friday night. Mike, mute and delete and comments, and I'll double the super chat to not read it, telling Phil to keep his Marvel pinball. Mind your business, fellas. Thanks, B. Kirby. I think you're good there. I think you and Phil already got that sorted out. So, I think it's great. We've got this other podcast now called Arcade Insiders Thursday nights. One of the big things they're doing is it's a safe space for companies. It's a great place to come on because companies can deliver their message, and, they don't have to work with third-party YouTubers and stuff like that because it's a little bit different. You've got a retailer there and you got Paul. They're very good at being, straight guys to let the companies do their stuff. Now, speaking of that, here's another example of that. Everybody remembers David McIntosh. He used to work for Arcade 1-Up. I gave David a ton of hard time because I thought if there should be a public speaking voice for Arcade 1-Up, should probably be David. He's much better than most of the other people they put out there. Anyways, David is no longer with Arcade 1-Up anymore. He actually runs his own PR company. We would have saw him at the Iconic launch. He also did some work for My Arcade at last year's CES. Plus, I think he also did some work for Wonderland Amusements as well. So, and he's a good Canadian kid. Thanks for bringing that up, Neo, the little Canadian flag in the background. He actually is launching his own podcast now. He just did his first episode with Jerry from Wonderland Amusements. So, these are two shows that are basically safe spaces for companies to come on, give their message, and they don't have to worry about, some fat Canadian with a white beard saying, I hate the look of your cab, right? Like, it's good marketing and stuff like that. And he knows that. So that's why he's doing it. So David did his first podcast with Jerry, Jerry from Wonderland Amusements. He said some stuff that really made me mad. I'm not going to lie. Like, he talks about Arcade 1-Up, and he said, they should have just been shark fin. And I'm like, I'll kill you, Jerry. I'll literally kill you. But one of the big pieces on it was they actually, in the interview, if you skip ahead a little bit to where Jerry's on there. No, it's just David. No Jerry. There we go. So there's Jerry. They actually just had a huge distribution deal go down. We all assumed that they were going to be sold directly through Spreetail. That's not the thing. It looks like Wonderland Amusements going forward are going to be represented by Solutions to Go. Now, if you're a fan of especially port data, you would know Solutions to Go because that's the company that's been bringing in Arcade 1-Up for the last couple of years. And also, they deal with a lot of other stuff in the video game world. It's actually a really big name. So this is huge because right now, Spreetail is mainly online. Solutions to Go actually do a lot of retail stuff too. So could this mean that we'll see Wonderland Amusements, Alice Goes to Wonderland, or their upcoming Turtles 80% physical pinball machine show up in retail stores?
Did you cancel your pre-order on this one too, James? And the Alice in Wonderland?
No comment.
I think he was the first one that backed out.
Honestly, I think it wasn't what I think you canceled yours or after B made that video, and that inflation and you canceling yours, I'm like, oh, I need to cancel mine. And then I think then B bought yours and then you bought back in and I didn't. So I think it's exciting, but I like the idea of the Turtles one better. So
I agree there.
I just, I'm not an Alice in Wonderland fan. I just second guessed it. I think it's awesome what they're doing. So
you're like me. It's like they had enough people for it to go forward, so they didn't need us.
Correct.
You know what I mean? If they didn't have enough, we would have stayed because we wanted to come to market, and that was the goal.
Yeah.
But we're going getting close to 2 hours here, Michael B. I do want to talk about the haptic feedback kit because we talked about that real quick, James.
Well, that wasn't on the list, Carl.
It doesn't have to be on the list.
No, just let me finish this thought really quickly, and then we can go right to that. So, I wanted to ask. I think it's great that Solutions to Go is going to represent Wonderland Amusements. I'm very happy for them. Do you see this product hitting retail though? Like, do you think that there's room in a retail environment? I mean, in store for $1,000 physical pinball machine? Or is this something that, from a retail standpoint, you'll only see in club stores?
I don't see the $1,000 being something that's going to stop it from being in the Target.
Okay. Well, I think club stores are the way to go with this. I think they're just meant. You put a Pac-Man XL at Costco, like that is a perfect place to put that cabinet.
Yeah, it's going to sell.
I think these are the you could sell a Stern pinball at Costco. Target is so tight. Like, where would you put? You'd have to have a display. That's why they have those little bar top class of 81s.
Yeah, and let's face it, you don't go to Target and Walmart to buy high-end electronics and gaming devices, right? Like, so I think the like you said, the big discount box stores make sense. But I also think there's an untapped potential that I thought Arcade 1-Up was always nuts for not going after. And that's those like, I don't know, you guys familiar with Family Leisure? We have something in Kansas City called a Minis Galleria, but these are the places that sell like pool tables. They sell Pixel Bash type stuff, the arcade games. They'll sell pinball machines, but they also sell like hot tubs and above ground pools and all these things. But they're in those kinds of companies are in every major city. There's several of them.
Yeah.
Like that's a place where that price point would sell, right? Because that's who's going there. They're building game rooms and things like that, and would fit right in. I think makes no sense in a Walmart store. That's really expensive.
But see, I'm just trying to give Phil content here, right? Because now when Phil goes to Best Buy, he can say, "Hey, there's Mr. Shack. How's everything going with the Epson printers?" And right next to Mr. Shack, there's an open space. Could it be Wonderland Amusements?
I
We'll
thought
find
we
out
were
next
gonna-
week.
Best Buy, though, I think is different. I think it would work in Best Buy because
Okay.
they carry higher, more expensive stuff.
Well, why?
That's a good
Where's
point.
Basic Fun in Best? Like, are they going to have that? Are we
They
going to
don't
see a
have the
WrestleFest?
distributor yet. Though
Yes.
maybe they will now with solutions to go in Arcade 1-Up stuff.
Yeah, that's they covered this one time on Arcade Insiders. That's a goal for 2026 for Basic Fun and their relationship with Spreetail. They do want to get into retail stores, and some people have speculated that's part of the acquisition of Arcade 1-Up should help with that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, I just wanted to talk about these two shows because I think that, we're seeing a transition now with these home arcade companies. We know they don't want to do their own marketing. So it's great that, they don't want to speak for themselves. It's great they have avenues to do this where they don't have to work with third-party YouTubers and stuff like that. I like the separation of church and state because, it doesn't put any of us on the spot, doesn't put them on the spot, doesn't put anybody in awkward situations. And we can get back to doing what we should be doing. I cover this stuff when I hear about it, and official announcements are made through the company through proper representatives. So to me, this is all a win.
MG.
Yeah. So anyways, Carl, X Arcade, you wanted to talk about it.
Oh yeah, I know you're less excited because you already have yours, but
I
for
know,
us that are waiting, been waiting since I ordered back in September. I know I was talking to Steve Sales. He won one on the Anonymous Arcade Anonymous show. He got his today, so he was pretty excited about that, sharing that. And James, we were talking before the show. I'm like, hey, I have no idea when mine's coming. I didn't get this email that was promised, but you gave me a good tip, which I followed. You go find your original email. You click on the order thing. It says, hey, this link is expired. Send me a new one. And when you get that, it tells you your date. Mine's going to be coming on the 22nd, which is next Thursday. So I'm super excited to finally know. Can't wait to get that thing in hand and get it installed. I know you were saying yours is around that same date, right? James?
Yeah, the 21st, I think, is when mine gets here, which means I think that's the middle of next week or something. So it'll be several days before I get a chance to install it.
Yeah, MG, we know you won it and you gave it to Steve. Come on, man. you don't even have the machine, and that's why you didn't take it. So he's super excited about that. So yeah, thanks to MG, Steve did get his. But the point I'm making is they obviously received it, and he's already gotten his that went to another hand. You know what I mean? So that's fantastic. So I'm super excited. I cannot wait to get that thing going. Because we talk about pinball. I love my pinball. With this thing here, I play most pinball these days on that thing.
So good.
I cannot wait to get that.
Yeah, I'm excited for people to get the haptic feedback kit. It's something that's really easy to shill because it is such a good experience. It feels very similar to how impressed I was with the SSF surround sound feedback kit for the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K. Similar experience. You hear the music and the feeling booming out of that thing while you're playing Pinball FX VR. You're going to fall in love with it. Absolutely no qualms about this. Setup was a little weird. When I first did it, I wasn't getting a lot of sound from the speaker. I was getting a lot of feedback, and it was just my stupidity. Once I got it dialed in, oh man, so good.
Yeah, I think they have better instructions now for people to. I know I get an email. Hey, before you install it, do X, Y, Z. So part of your video and that things help them to get this launch better. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think we got to do a firmware update, and then they gave a really good installation video. I went through and watched it. It seems pretty straightforward and easy. It looks like they really thought through everything to make it as simple as possible. So
Yeah, and we learned
excited.
last time that Glenn was involved with that, and they helped with the installation and templates and all that stuff. So that's what I love about the community, man. You know, things we don't even know behind the scenes. Everybody wants these things to be successful. It takes all of us. People call it shilling. I call it enjoying. If I enjoy it, I'm gonna talk about it. You know, if I don't like it, I'll tell you, hey, that's not my thing. And there's nothing wrong with any of those responses as long as they're genuine and you're doing something you enjoy and playing with something you enjoy. And people call them toys. You can call them what they want. We were just talking about Legos earlier. If those aren't toys, I don't know what they are. You know what I mean? But
all this shit is toys. Even
Right.
if you buy like
Cars.
a
yeah,
$10,000 commercial pinball, or if you buy
they're
commercial
all
arcades,
entertainment devices. Yeah.
it's all toys, man. Like it's all expendable income toys for our entertainment.
Yeah,
Get over
people
yourself.
who collect cars are just buying really expensive toys. Like
Exactly.
they are toys.
Yep.
Guys, we
And
live
thank God
we
for
live
the
once. You might as well enjoy it. I mean,
Yeah.
just enjoy life. Like
Plus,
go
we're
through-
gamers, and he who dies with the most toys wins.
That's right. So again, if you do have the X Arcade haptic feedback kit coming, Chaotic BPR did a great tutorial video. Go check that out. And also, just be advised that the pinball machine is for playing pinball and not for having missionary style sex. Keep that in mind.
And James, I do want to correct you. The man who wins is the one who gets to your garage sale after your death, because your wife's gonna sell all your shit in the garage sale.
Gets all the toys after the fact.
Yeah. My poor wife trying to have to figure out where everything goes. Yeah, guys, I think that's just about everything I wanted to cover. Everything about that. Now, PD7, everybody knows who you are. The most lovable home arcade YouTuber in the entire world.
I don't think so. I think this panel, I think they're very much the most lovable panel. Lovable guys in the gaming. Yes.
I would argue I'm the most hated, but okay.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I mean, if it wasn't for the Super Game Room dudes, we would have never saw Shack Jam. I mean, they just go back to that was
a lot
the
of
first
fun
place
memories
that was aired, and the fact of Street Fighter 2 having online like the not the Shinku, but the other one, the Yoga Flame, that was announced on the Super Game Room dudes. Like everything has gone through this show.
I will say that Phil is truly an influencer, because no one has got me to spend more money on YouTube than Phil has.
Yeah, but it's not home arcade stuff. That's the messed up thing. Before I started watching like Phil's Walk and Talk, like I was doing okay, just spending money on home arcade. Then I look and I'm like, when did I spend $7,000 on toys? How did this happen?
It's hard. It's hard not to buy everything. There's so much stuff out there.
Yeah, it is some cool stuff out there.
That's been my big New Year's resolution this year. I'm really trying hard not to buy anything, and it is such a struggle, man. Because like I love everything. I love toys, I love video games, I love this home arcade stuff. And sometimes you got to be like, nope. You got to not buy anything. You got to do less.
Yeah. I will tell you the one thing that I'm struggling with the most right now is the Bad Dudes Quarter Arcades. Did you get that last email from them like yesterday? Like they are pushing Bad Dudes. Like I want that cabinet so bad. $269.
Phil, don't worry about it. They sent it out to everybody. Like everybody got review units. How did you not get one?
That's an awesome cabinet. Honestly, like I mean, you look at that company, like whatever we don't get from these other guys, you're gonna get that from Quarter Arcades. Like that's pretty cool. That's the one thing that I'm struggling with.
Jeez, I sent the link for it yesterday. I don't know if it's still active. Where was that to? James, do you remember?
I think it was arcade or quarterarcades.us.
No.
Is that what you're talking?
No. That's not what I'm talking about. Let's see if I can find it here now, because I got my Facebook back last night. But there's actually, and this is the second time I've seen this, because they sent one to Chaotic right before Christmas and then tried to get Gallagher Guy to do it. There's currently a real Bad Dudes available for sale.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
The one
On
for
Marketplace
$350.
for
Yeah.
$350. Phil, now may be the time. You get a real arcade in your house.
Yeah, I think that was in Michigan, wasn't it? I
didn't
think
see
that's
it.
where that one was.
I don't know. That's
Nobody wants a real arcade. Don't let them fall. Don't fall for that. Big
I
seven.
want one. In my lifetime, I want one. It's just that it's either going to be Superman or NBA Jam because it's Superman and NBA Jam has so much replayability. Like
Yeah,
that's something that you
even though
could just,
Superman's a bad game, I bet that is a really expensive cab just because everybody would, Superman on it and everything
I
else.
love that. I just remember seeing that at a diner.
Yeah.
That was a cool looking cab. You were just talking about it not 2 weeks ago stream. That's a great looking cab.
The Bad Dudes cab, they did a great job on it, and I love that rounded marquee that they have. I got it up there, like just that's the kind of awesome stuff. That's what I like about these quarter companies, and like New Wave Toys, because they do what I would love to see in the 3/4 and above space that we'll probably never get. I mean, these things are so arcade accurate, like everything's there you want. There's not an overemphasis to stick as much stuff on it as possible. They're authentic with the artwork as much as they can be. Like, this is what I want in a larger
It's the
scale. I'll
real
never
deal.
get it.
You have the
But the
you have the
quarter
little
stuff is so
remote?
good.
The
Pardon?
little controller for it.
You can do that on the TMNT.
Only
cab.
TMNT.
Oh,
None of them
okay.
else take the controller. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the thing I like about specifically quarter arcades is they're doing the arcade accurate experience as well. So you're getting games that the 3/4 scale XL guys are just never going to make. It would be too expensive. So you can play the games the way, like Lunar Lander, a big one with the thruster, or
Sweet.
Battle Zone, if that
Yeah,
comes
Battle
out.
Zone, that looks
Space
awesome.
Invaders, like
Yeah,
they're coming out with stuff that nobody else is really going to take the risk and make.
You think they'll do a 6-player X-Men?
That would be awesome.
That'd be unbelievable.
I would love to see someone do a 6-player X-Men. Like that's a dream for me. Like going to the arcade and seeing that for the first time. I mean, it was right out front. This huge machine that's a safe room for 3 people in your house. Like, I don't know how anybody that's a real arcade collector actually fit it in their house unless they had a garage or they had to take it apart to bring it in their home. But just that would be so friggin' cool. I think Fox did a really good job on his but I would love to see somebody do the 6-player X-Men in the home arcade version. I just don't think it'd be profitable or sensible, right?
Yeah, somebody's got that prototype out there somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
those
And they made.
James with his track and field. Last thing I was going to say, one thing I regret over Christmas with my non-buying policy, if I have my time back, one thing I think I would have done, which I'm surprised I didn't think about earlier. So I just bought this 19-inch screen from Buy Stuff. Now, they do a great job. They recreate the marquee, everything, right? To put it in your cab. Why am I not smart enough to have contacted Buy Stuff store and say, hey, guys, I'm going to buy a Centipede Basic Fun cab. Can you do me a 19-inch screen for it, but I want it to be vertical, and then a small game box that just has Centipede and Millipede on it? Like, that would have answered all my problems. Like, I would have been happy. Why didn't I do that? Yeah. Anyways,
what else you can do? Now you got to do it.
No, I'm not gonna pay $6.99 for it. Anyways, I don't want to belabor this any longer. We've gone too long. So, Phil, what do you got coming up? Like, you were the busiest man on YouTube history, and you said some kind stuff about us earlier that obviously we owe you some money for now. But
No, you've inspired not just me, but everybody in this chat and anyone who's ever watched. I mean, it's the truth. James, how big of an impact for you to get into doing YouTube videos?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was honestly, first person I came across was Michael B. and started watching him. And that's why the first video I did was in response to Michael B. and the whole disclosure thing, right? Like that's what spurred me to actually start doing it. So, like, without Super Game Room Dudes and Michael B., like, I would have never made any of this content. So it's his fault. Send all your hate mail to him.
Maybe I did make people buy cabs. I don't know. Anyways, guys, you got to stop it. You're making my head too big. My MetaQuest 3 isn't going to fit for golf.
We love you guys. I mean, it's the truth. Everybody in the chat. We really appreciate it. I mean, you've inspired everybody to get into this.
Yeah, you've been my weekly date for years now. Like watching every Friday, 8 o'clock my time, right? The 4 guys every week. So
yeah, hopefully we'll get P-Dubs and Nostalgia back soon. Nostalgia, he's doing good. And P-Dubs just won all that money through the insurance, so we'll see. Michael B maybe quit YouTube. But anyways, Phil, what do you got coming up? Just tell us before we ended up.
I did a video tonight for it's already there. It's just at 4 a.m. tomorrow. It's going to go live. That'll be the next video. Maybe we'll do a live stream tomorrow. And
what are you and Zim playing?
I'm having some streaming issues, so I'm trying to work that out. But worst case scenario, I'll go back to Arcade 1-Up.
Nice.
So we'll have to see.
James, you're back now 2 weeks in a row. You did a live stream last night. Anything else coming up you're working on?
Yeah, so I'm hoping to take the next 3 days. We got a holiday here, coming up. And so I'm going to work on a Resident Evil retrospective kind of thing. The big 30th anniversary of the release of the original. And it's, the beginning of survival horror in what we play today as survival horror, right? So I'm one of my favorite games. So I plan on doing a kind of look back at that and where it's gone and where it's going. So
that's smart. They just released some Requiem footage today as well. So good timing. What about you, Carl? Any more doll videos coming up? Dolls of the Diorama?
Oh, absolutely. I started a new short called the, I don't know what the hell it's called, Arcade Stories or something. I don't know. But I've been having a ball with that. But I'm getting to the Dreamcast because I never owned a Dreamcast. My brother just gave me one. So I'll be modding that. I came across one of Nostalgia's old videos, and I'm getting a candy apple red one because red's my favorite color. So I'm gonna get the translucent red case there. So spending more money than I thought I would, and I'll probably get a wireless controllers, So I'm enjoying that. Been having a ball with that. My daughter's down here. She's been playing that. I told her, hey, there's no online, so you can't play with your boyfriend. It's all stationary,
there is some online with the Dreamcast. Phantasy Star, buddy.
Yeah, but you
gotta have a modem.
Right.
I might actually have one here, Carl. I might be able to send it out to you.
But she took over my Xbox. She loves that, and they play all the time. You know what I mean? But she came down and enjoyed. She was like, "This is pretty cool." So I can't wait to get the games. The games I really enjoy on that system. So I'm looking forward to that. So I got a few things. Been playing some more light guns. I might do some more videos on the light gun. That's lots of fun. I got this holster. I got that mounted right here. So my gun 4 IR is loaded up, and I don't have to have it shoved off somewhere. So everything's handy. So I'm looking forward to doing that. This is my most busy time. I think I probably did more videos last month than I did in the last 2 years.
We only get Carl for another 2 months, guys, before the weather starts picking up again. So enjoy them while you can. I got big plans this weekend. We got a lot of stuff going on. Scarlett, you got your stuff there? You want to show people? Hold on one second. So, tomorrow, if I can get free of the kids, I'm going to start working on that basic fun mod and put the 19-inch screen. So I'm going to be doing that. Going to be playing Clown Deluxe. I promised her I'd do this really quickly. So I had daddy-daughter time with Scarlett earlier. Took her out to the mall to a place called Claire's, and she bought these Labubu type things. What are they?
They're baby threes.
Baby threes. You want to show them off really quickly?
I got the smaller version. I got the panda.
Hey, put that full size there. Let's see.
I don't know really.
And then they have this funny one that there's glitter in one eye and it goes to another one, so you can make even. And then there's I have a cat, and then I have a secret.
Oh, the secret one.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Scarlett B. She wants to do YouTube and do this stuff. So, anyways, thanks for putting up with that, guys, for a second. Anyways, again, James, PD7, thank you so much for making time to spend with us tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I
I know-
really appreciate it.
You were telling people this was a bucket list item for you. That made me
This is
giddy,
the
man.
Mount Rushmore of live streams. I mean, this is as big as it is, guys. This is huge. I can't believe I'm on Super Game Room Dudes. Like, this is unbelievable.
Oh,
Thank you
thank you
much.
so much, guys.
It was a
And with
pleasure, you guys, to have you guys on. James, I keep saying we're gonna have to do a live one of these days. And we definitely have to do
Anytime.
that.
Yeah, 100% anytime.
But maybe when we get our haptics feedback, so maybe
Yeah, there you
we
go.
do something there. And Phil, we appreciate you, man.
Thank
I've
you
been
so
watching a lot of your outs and I didn't realize that's the type of videos you do mostly nowadays. But they just kept popping up in my feed. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm watching this today. You know. But pretty
Thank you very
cool.
much.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap this thing up here. We appreciate these guys. Who are we gonna have next week? I like to have half a dozen on here, man. So let's reach
6.
out to him for sure. And I met him in Cleveland, and
Yeah, nice guy.
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you guys for us to have the long weekend. Enjoy it. For those who don't, man, sorry. We got to get that worked out for you guys. We appreciate you. We love you. And until next time, we'll see you on the web.
Enjoy gaming, everybody. Good night.